Welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where we take you on a journey through the vibrant world of small businesses. I'm your host, SK. These enterprises are more than economic pillars, they represent the dreams, hard work, and creativity of individuals. They drive innovation, support local economies, and add unique character to our communities. In a world dominated by large corporations, the role of small businesses becomes even more crucial. They bring diversity, personalized services, and a human touch to the marketplace. Every episode, we dive into the stories of these small businesses, understanding their challenges, celebrating their achievements, and exploring how we can all contribute to their growth and success. Join us as we delve into the heart of entrepreneurship and discover why supporting local businesses is vital for a thriving community. Our guest today is Shreya Singh, the dynamic managing director at Qode Media. With her impressive background in business administration and a specialization in digital marketing, Shreya is a formidable figure in the business development and digital marketing sector. In just 2 years at Qode Media, she has remarkably closed over 50 new clients, showcasing her exceptional skills in SEO, paid advertising, social media, client management, and website development. Her journey, marked by resilience and determination, is an inspiration to many, especially immigrant women in the business world. Join us as we uncover Shreya's insights and experiences in agency life, digital marketing strategies, and the fascinating stories that come with navigating client relationships. Welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, Shreya. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. It's our pleasure to host you today.
Thank you so much.
Shreya, I would like to start by diving into your experiences and insights that have shaped your professional career. I believe your journey is not just about your professional growth, but also about your personal growth, and it's about resilience.
Mhm.
So let's dive into learning more about your journey and your professional growth.
Mhm.
Could you share your experience as an immigrant woman in business, particularly in the fast-paced world of digital marketing?
Definitely. I think as an immigrant, when you travel across the globe to a new country, it's not only the business aspects or the professional aspects of challenges that you face, but also the cultural aspects. Fortunately, because I had some experience with retail, I was a retail manager for a Japanese company. I worked with people who were from different backgrounds, from different countries, which shaped a lot of my adaptability to new environments. And then, of course, I came here as a student, so from educational background, which gave me a room to, again, adapt very easily to how Canadian society works, how the people here are, and just understand it from a slow pace before I jump into the big professional world. I was also very, I would say, initiative in taking new challenges. So I would take risk, including starting my own business before I joined Qode Media, my now agency. And yes, it failed, definitely, but I learned from my failures, and I think failures are the way to
You have to fail, you have to learn. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's the journey to success. So definitely those things helped a lot.
Yeah. How do you think your unique perspective as an immigrant woman has influenced your approach to digital marketing and client relations?
I think because Canada is so diverse, and I have come from a country which, again, is very diverse, India, of course, it's very easy to, again, empathize with different people. I have clients that are Indians, that are from US, from Japan, and it's just very easy to kind of have a synergy with them when you understand that things are different in their perspective, and just be very open-minded when you're dealing with them.
Yeah. Do you face any kind of challenges, or any kind of problems when as a woman entrepreneur?
Definitely. I think a lot of the times, and it just happened recently, I signed a new client. It was a lawyer. I can be a little bit discreet about it, but the gentleman wanted to actually work with my boss, who is, again, a gentleman as well. It was just a personal preference. I think some people think that maybe I'm a woman, I might not be that firm with my strategies or just in general, which is again respected in our own way. I don't take it personally. It's just a way people think and people act when it comes to business, because it's loss and profit for them. So they don't want to be, I would say, taking chances.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to share my experience here. So, like 90% of my team members are female.
Mhm.
Yeah, so as you have met Christina, like she's working with me since last 3 to 4 months, and I
Mhm.
see a lot of potential in her. So I try my best to give chance to women. Like in this, I believe they are very well organized,
Mhm.
and they take their responsibilities very seriously, and they do their job very well. It's all
Yes.
about personal opinions, like
Definitely.
how the people they think.
Mhm.
So, what are some of the most memorable client stories you have faced in your career, and
Mhm.
how they have impacted your approach to digital marketing?
That's amazing insight from your end, because I have a client that I recently worked with. He is such a positive person. He just joined our collaboration, and he's been loving working with more of the female team members, and just showing appreciation and gratefulness from the get go. So definitely, like, I do have some very respectable clients that are very happy with our work, very grateful, very positive. And then there's another side, which is the nervous and the pressurizing kind, who are just so focused on the numbers of business that they really don't want to take any risk, whether it comes to the person who's going to be in charge or the strategies that's going to be in the marketing process. So you have both the sides. I think most of my clients are very appreciative, which I'm very thankful for.
Yeah. Shreya, are there any particular lessons or takeaways from these experiences that you have applied in your current strategy?
Definitely. I think one of the most important learning is to be thick-skinned when it comes to dealing with people, because if you take things personally, it affects your productivity, and also affects how you think of a certain problem. I, as a manager, have to be the problem solver. I cannot sit and whine about the problem. I have to take charge. I have to make sure that my team feels safe and that I'm there to support them. So definitely that's the biggest takeaway, to just be confident that at the end of the day, it will be all fixed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like you have to keep your patience, so everything will find its way. So, what strategies and approaches you have found most effective in attracting and retaining clients in the competitive field of digital marketing?
Well, so for attracting clients, I think I follow a very personal principle of I call it HIS.
Okay.
So it stands for honest expectations. You have to form like very, very honest expectations from the get-go. What you can achieve, what's feasible, what is just not at all feasible, and just to make sure that there is boundaries and that your client understands that we are a good fit for them and that they are a good fit for us. So that's very important. And then I is basically intelligent strategies. So whenever we work with digital marketing, so it has different departments: SEO, advertising. You have to make sure that whatever is going on in the industry, because of course internet, you always get updates every single day.
New trends are coming on
New
daily
trends.
basis. Yeah.
Yes. So you have to be up to date with that. If you're just following the same strategy that is from 10 years ago, you will not succeed. So it should be very customized, very updated. And then of course, smart results, because if I just say, okay, we're doing good, but then what's good? Good could be anything for the client or me. So it should be a measurable result. They should know what are the numbers like, is it a profitable situation, and so on. So that's for attracting. For retaining, I have another principle. It's called like POR, which is planning on retention. So P stands for proactiveness. I definitely always motivate my team to be proactive, whether it's about the problems that's arising with the marketing or the good points. Just telling the client, oh, hey, you're maybe trending on this particular platform. It just makes their day. And then, of course, optimism. as a marketer, I cannot afford to be the pessimistic one. I have to see the good at the end of the day, whether it takes more time or not. I have to be the assurer in the whole process. And then lastly, relatability, which means I have to be empathetic. I have to understand that this business could be life or death situation for a person. People can get really demotivated if it doesn't work out. So I have to take this not as a client who pays me, but as a business that I'm building.
Yeah, empathy is very, very important. Yeah.
Yes.
So these two strategies that you have just talked about, so you have created on your own, or you have applied from any mentor or something?
This is sort of my personal
really?
thing. Yes,
Yeah.
but I think I learned most of this from my mentors at my agency, because when I started, I did not have that much experience. So definitely they trained me a lot. And then I tried to pinpoint what are the things that worked for me. And that's how I came up with this principle.
Yeah, good to know that. Could you share an example of a strategy that didn't go as planned and how you adapted from that experience?
Definitely. I think recently with like the SEO side of the business that we deal with, we focus a lot on local SEO because definitely people love working with businesses that are from their local neighborhoods, that are from their countries or states and so on. We were following a certain strategy with building, certain tactics, and Google came up with a review. It was opposite to what we were doing, which means 3 to 4 months of work reversed. And generally, a person would panic at that situation. What if we get penalized? What if, Google just deletes our work or whatever? So we do not take that situation as a drawback. I think it's important that we just let our clients know, that we tell them that it's nothing to worry. We'll work on it. We'll have a strategy to focus on it. And then, yes, start working on it. And that's just the way of working with internet. Not everything goes as planned.
Yeah. So when I started my business journey, 22 years back, I heard a lot of business owners, they say, customers are the most important part of any business. But the reality is, employees are the most important part of any business.
Definitely.
So if employees are happy, then any business will be successful. So how do you approach team management and leadership in ever evolving digital marketing landscape?
That's a very good question, because we have a team which is more than 60 members. They all come from different backgrounds and they work with different departments. And all those departments are collaborating with each other on everyday basis. And it's just sometimes it could get very chaotic because it's a fast-paced work environment. So I think organization is one of the key things that helps us to make sure that we are respecting each other's time, respecting each other's productivity and speed. So a lot of project management tools, we really focus on them and we use them in order to make sure that everybody knows and is updated by the procedure and the synergy and so on. And then another thing is lead by example, I would say, because for example, with ChatGPT coming into play, if I as a boss don't know how to use it, if I am not confident enough to use it for my clients, how can I tell my team members to be good at it? Because they will question me, why do I use it? So what I would do is I work with it, I come up with good results, and then I share it with my team and motivate them. Because I think encouragement with results is the best way to ask somebody to do something new or try something new. So those are some very important things for me when it comes to team management.
Yeah. So what are some challenges you have faced in team management and how you have overcome them?
I think when it comes to team management, a lot of the times it's very difficult to ask some of your members to kind of put their challenges forward, because some people are shy. They don't want you to feel that they are struggling. Sometimes they also don't want to pose any burden on you. And it gets very difficult to understand their problem, because as a manager, I might not be able to read each and every person's challenges. So that's definitely one of the roadblocks. But how we have faced it and then overcome it is by doing meetings. So definitely I sit down with my immediate team one-on-one at least once a month.
So having conversation is very important.
Yes, very, very important. Any relationship,
Yes.
it thrives when you communicate.
Yes.
So definitely that is something that we follow a lot.
Yeah. So, Shreya, what advice would you give to young professionals who are just starting out and
Mhm.
maybe facing similar challenges?
I think for younger professionals, I would definitely say do not accept failure before you fail. Because the moment you accept it, that's when it's done. Then you'd have no hope. I also feel like the journey to success is like a marathon. It's not a race that you can get rid of like in an instant. You have to keep going. And as I mentioned from my personal experience, I did fail. But if I would have stopped there, I would never be what I am today. So I always say that keep going, keep moving forward, and then invest in yourself, because the more skills you learn along the way, the more challenges you face, it just gives you such good insights that at the end of the day, when somebody gives you an opportunity and asks you, what is so special about you? You can say that I have so many skills that I can offer you. And that's your brand value.
Yeah, that's correct. Is there a piece of advice you wish you had received when you were starting your career?
Definitely. My dad actually told me a lot of things. He used to tell me that being a student or being a work professional, you have to be very patient. Patience is the key to everything. Not everybody has the same speed. Maybe a 21-year-old TikToker is making more money than you, has a better house than you, but his journey is different from yours. You cannot compare yourself, and you have to be patient. Maybe you are doing much better at your age than somebody else. So definitely patience, and then do not compare your journey with others, because that's the time when you will see the differences, and then you will end up demotivating yourself. So yeah, those were the two suggestions. Yeah.
So let's talk about your business, Qode Media.
Mhm.
So can you tell us more about the recent product launches and how they align with the Qode Media's overall business strategy?
Definitely. So, Qode Media is like not just a marketing agency. We are like a full service agency. So we do website development, software developments as well. And we have a very vast development department with like software engineers, developers, and they have like years of experience. So we come up with different softwares and different platforms that are catered to different industry. For example, there is a software in process which is in compliance to the AOD compliance policies. So basically, it will help the disabled people with any sort of disability to be able to access, read, and also just navigate through websites. That will change the view of how disabled people can also kind of have a normal experience with website. That's one. And the other one is we came up with real estate softwares. So Condo Pilot has been one of the projects that we recently launched. What we are able to do is we can scrape the MLS listings of like Canadian real estate properties and so on. And then real estate companies can actually use that software to also kind of put it forward to their customers. So far, it has helped a few of our clients with like million worths of client deals and so on. So yeah, those are some of the projects in play.
Good to know that. How do these products reflect the changing trends in digital marketing and clients' needs?
I think it definitely caters to the aspect that it's making the process smoother and easier. We're trying to bridge the gap between the technical side and the ease of use or ease of providing the product side. Because at the end of the day, we don't want our business owners to be working on how to develop a software or how to kind of create a website. We just want them to do the business because they're a good business person. So they do what they're good at and we do what we are good at to bridge that gap.
Okay, so if any of our listeners would like to learn more about your business, so can you share the contact details with our audience?
For sure. So if you want to know more about our agency, you can head on to qodemedia.com. We also have our office at Young and Shepherd, so you can contact us anytime and visit us as well.
As a successful woman in business world, what advice you offer to aspiring women entrepreneurs, especially those looking to make their mark in industries like digital marketing?
I think as a women entrepreneur and a working professional myself, we have a lot of things to offer, which gives us a different experience than not only on a gender basis but also on a holistic basis. We have been taking care of house for a long time, taking care of family for a long time, and empathy is something that comes naturally in us, which is now a very important thing in business world, because every customer out there wants to be heard, wants to be understood. So that's something that has really helped me to not only understand that my journey is different, but also that other people's journey is different. So as long as we don't give up and we keep moving forward, there will be somebody who will understand your skills, understand your value, and then after that you just need to keep going and just shine away.
Thank you so much, Shreya, for sharing your experience, for sharing your journey, and for sharing your insights with our listeners. I believe our listeners will learn a lot of things from our conversation, and they will derive a lot of value for applying in their own business enterprises.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us on the Small Business Podcast. A big thank you to Shreya Singh for sharing her incredible journey and insights with us. Her experience and achievements in digital marketing and business development are truly inspiring. We also extend our gratitude to our partners RBC, UPS, and Zero for their support. Don't forget to subscribe to Canadian SME Small Business Magazine for more stories like Shreyas that inspired and guide us. Until next time, keep supporting small businesses, the heart and soul of our communities, and keep pushing the boundaries of innovation and success.